The war that's erupting right now, I want you to remember something. The Epstein Files were finally released. Some of them, millions of documents. We found some horrid things in those files about the leaders of our countries, about the leaders of the different facets of the system that run our lives. We found some horrific, horrifying things. Things that have the ability, have the potential to finally shed a light on the truth of the system under which we live, which means things that have the potential to wake up the masses when it comes to truly understanding the state of the system that we live under. And I want you to remember, these are the things that they chose to release because millions of documents have been released and they're still holding back millions of documents from the files. The things, the horrible things we've seen in these files are the things they've chosen to allow us to see, which means these are the lighter issues. These are the lighter things. The pedophilia, the trafficking of young girls, young children, the trafficking of women, the cannibalistic behavior, eating people, eating babies, torturing babies, the talks about planning COVID way before COVID was a thing. These are the things they said, oh, we're okay with releasing this stuff. What is left back in those files? These are the things they were willing to allow us to see to satiate the growing pressure to release the files. Now that we have that, and we've gone through that, and there's now growing pressure again to release the rest of the files, where I suspect lies the keys to completely bringing down this system. All of a sudden, World War III breaks out. I'm telling y'all, what is left back in the rest of those Epstein files is more than likely way worse than we could ever imagine. And so as this world war breaks out, I ask you to hold all these important things in the front of your mind at once. Do not let the pressure that has been put on these people to release the rest of the files dissipate because of this world war. Because what is the easiest way to get the world to take a step back from documentation that can bring this tyrannical system under which we all live down? What is the best way to distract us and get us to take our foot off the pedals from demanding those files? A world war. Putting the world in survival mode. Because when you are occupied just trying to survive, because it's a war, just trying to make sure your loved ones in certain countries are okay, when you're busy trying to survive, you don't have time to look at a system. You don't have the energetic or emotional bandwidth to demand change from a broken system. Nothing else matters. You go into survival mode. Your only focus is surviving. Everything else falls away, which means the peak opportunity to completely change our world, to completely take down this corrupt system under which we live, slips away as we shift our focus to war. I implore you to try to hold all of these things as important. Do not forget about the Epstein files. Do not let up on demanding the release of these files, because all of these things are important. Because if we do not take this system down, if we only focus on the war and let off changing the system, if we do not take the system down, we will continue to live under a system that perpetuates more and more and more and more and more wars. If we don't figure out how to multitask to deal with the imminent danger in front of us, but also continuously deal with the system and bettering the system, whether that's burning it down and putting in whatever it is, if we don't learn how to multitask with these things, we will always be at stage one. We will always be under this tyrannical system.